Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for the cut file crew over on IG. So as a team we have all started with the same cut file, and it's the Scrappy Besties that you can see there on the left, designed by Paige Evans. It's a free cut file, so we're all going to use it in completely different ways, I'm sure. So I had a really bizarre idea that I didn't want to pick out any individuals that I've met through scrapbooking to showcase with this cut file, so I thought I'd go completely the other way and literally show you a selection of people that I would say are friends that I've met through scrapbooking since, it must be at least 10 years, maybe 15 now that I've been actually doing this hobby. So something else I actually challenged myself to do, I wanted to actually use some of the photographs I'd already got printed. I don't know about you, but I get lots printed and then they just sit around and I pick through them. So I actually went through all my photographs first, found ones that were taken at retreats or workshops or get-togethers, and I started there. In the end, I do print a couple of extras that were missing, and there was a few that I couldn't find. That's the trouble with digital photographs. I find that because you don't print them, it's then actually remembering when they were taken, so you can check your storage to find them out. So what I've done, I've started with a piece of 12 by 12 white cardstock. I thought this definitely needed a base, and I'm trying desperately to arrange the photographs in a way. I don't want them to be in an order or in lines or anything like that. I want them to be a little bit higgledy-piggledy and on top of each other, so that actually it makes you look a little closer. And I also wanted them hanging off the edge so that I would trim them down later, if that makes sense. I've put the cut file in the centre and I've just backed it with a little bit of vellum, because obviously this layout is going to be all about the people and all about the photographs. So I actually want to be able to see, I wanted the cut file to be see-through, so that actually the focus was on the photographs and the cut file combined. So I'm just adding a little bit of double-sided tape behind some that I feel that are actually in the right place, and some of the others I may still tweak a little. So as I say, I've been on design teams since 2009. So there's a few pictures here, formal photographs, there's some silly photographs. I have to say, I've absolutely loved going through these, looking at the memories. I've met some really special people over the years. I'm very lucky to run a retreat and workshop group with two special ladies, and through them and our company we've met Vicky Bootin and Amy Tan and Paige Evans. Previously I've met Shamel, she also features on here, and I was on her design team as well for a year. So some really special people. There's a little photograph. I went to CHA in 2010, which was absolutely amazing. And I was lucky to go there through Scrap-A-Go-Go, who I designed for at the time. So that appears on here as well. And it just, yeah, I can't help but smile. We've had some really good times over the years. And some of these ladies are really very special to me. So I think the photographs are pretty much down now. Some of them are going to be covered by the cut file, but those people do appear again. And I made sure of that because I didn't want anyone to feel that I'd covered them up with the cut file. So I'm just making sure that it all sits nicely together. So I'm just going to trim these photos around the edge. Had a little bit of trouble initially getting it into the trimmer because obviously it's now bigger than 12 by 12, but I do eventually get all sides trimmed off. And also I think there's 20 photographs on this layout. Well, that's probably a record for me. I mean, I've never made anything like this before. I feel like it looks a little bit like a notice board or a pin board from my youth, where you used to stick all your images on. Now, when I look at it now, I'm just going to add a few little embellishments. These are little Shenanigans hearts. This is a little embellishment company that I run myself, and I'll leave a link to that in the comments below. But I feel that that's all it needs. There's a heart on the cut file, so I thought by adding a few hearts in some little gaps, it would just show how I feel about the people featured. It also makes me think that I actually need to look at my photo storage a little bit better, because there's definitely some photos I couldn't find and some people that I would have liked to have included if that had been possible. So I'm just going to add these in, and I decided that the cut file didn't pop enough off the top, so I've done an offset in black, and I think that will be enough to help that. But now I've made it bigger, I'm covering up some of Chamel's face, so I'm just trying to find out a way to make sure that I still show the photographs. So I'm going to add some foam on the back there, just in little strips, just to raise it up off the photographs a little. And as I say, the photos have only been stuck down in the centres, so they do show that they lift a little bit, which is, I wanted some sort of like feeling of movement and texture in this layout. I'm just using some very old glue dots, but they still work, just to stick these Shenanigans hearts down in just some, I would say empty space, but there isn't very much empty space on this layout. But there's a few nooks and crannies where I can tuck a heart in where it's not going to cover anybody else. So I really like how this comes together. I'm really surprised how well I like it, actually. So please hop on over to IG, have a look what the other girls have made. So we are the Cut File crew. As I say, it's monthly on the last Sunday of the month. If you like what you see in this video, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel to see what else I get up to. But yeah, have a play. It's only a piece of cardstock and some photographs and a cut file, but I really like the way it's turned out in the end. Why don't you document your scrapbooking life, your scrapbooking friends? You'd be surprised how many photographs you've got, I bet, and how many memories it evokes. So this is me just checking whether there's any last bits and pieces. I never know when to stop sometimes. I'm just looking for a few more hearts if I need them. And then I think I'm going to call it a day. But yeah, really pleased. So you may even be able to spot yourself. So here's a close-up of the layout and a full image too. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you here soon. Bye for now.